Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Now, the Qing harbored inherited notions of India as a land of Buddhism lying to the West, or when as it was known then as Scythian, or the Western paradise, but could not reconcile this with reports about a Mughal empire then ruling in that geography. So the geography itself was adjusted to locate India to the south of what was then the Mughal empire. And the fall of the Mughals in the 18th century and the emergence of British colonial rule in India, with all its implications for China, was only vaguely understood in China. It is with the Opium Wars of 1839 to 42, and then again 1856 to 60, that China was deeply shaken by its vulnerability to a British empire in the East, which drew its power and resources from the colonial empire in India. The opium, for example, which drained China of silver and enfeebled its citizens, and the Indian soldiers who served as the shock troops during the humiliating wars, led the Qing court and Chinese intellectuals to examine the reasons behind Chinese weakness. And associated with this was, of course, also an exploration of the Indian condition and its role as a springboard for the painful assault on China. There emerged in parallel a deeply negative popular perception of Indians from their role as the street side enforcers of British rule in the concessions. There was also the deep resentment of the prominent Indian traders who flaunted the wealth gained from the opium trade in cities like Shanghai. Now, Chinese intellectuals, whether conservative reformers like Kang Youwei and Liang Qichao, or more radical figures like Chen Tuxiu, Lu Xun, or Liang Shuming, saw India as, quote, worst case scenario for China. India's past as a brilliant and sophisticated civilization was acknowledged, but its more recent history was of special relevance to China if it were to be successful in confronting the powerful Western challenge. Interestingly, though Japan had defeated China in 1894-95, it was seen in China as having succeeded in becoming a modern nation and therefore a model to be emulated. Several Chinese students and scholars headed to Japan around the turn of the century to learn from its example. In contrast, India was regarded, as my title of the lecture says, as a teacher by negative example. A failed and fallen country which had been subjugated and enslaved virtually without resistance of its people. As pointed out by a Japanese scholar at that time, Shimada, quote, reformers and radicals alike shared the anxiety that China not follow in the footsteps of India, unquote.